This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
It is Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie. Happy Friday. It's the podcast, guys. Oh, what?
Are you all right, mate?
Oh, what the hell was that fell out of the sky?
Oh, funny you should say that, Fitz. I've got a really great story about something that fell out of the sky.
It's not like a rainbow or anything like that, Kate.
No, but rainbows don't fall out of the sky.
You just got hit by a chunk of content, mate.
The old content muncher over here, Ritchie.
You're on fire.
When it comes from Kate Ritchie, it's...
Mad for the munch.
It's content.
Content.
Kate Ritchie content
That's
is
really
content.
good.
Oh, look at you.
What's the name of your pod? You got a couple of puns running. What's the name of your...
I think you were going to ask me about the podcast,
I was. What's that called?
the Educate podcast.
Educate podcast.
There's a brand new one up there.
Educate about Taylor Swift.
Well, not only about Taylor
Well,
Swift,
what was
but
the
one
last
of the
one about?
one of the new.
What about the one before
They're all
that?
about Taylor Swift, but they're all different topics. So this one, of course, is about a song out of the vault.
Oh, I've been educated.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's talk about staying at home with your parents. Can we go to Italy, please? Jess? Oh, magnificent. I didn't know this, and we know that Italian mothers, they love having their children at home.
Oh, no.
Nonnas as well. But the proportion of Italian adults still living with their parents is still very high. But it does get to a point as a parent where you want a bit of time to yourself. Give me a break.
Isn't that more the Italian way, though? The big family, they live together.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Everybody moves in, and those houses often have 600 bedrooms and 25,000 bunks, and everyone's just straight in there.
So a woman, mother, 75 years of age, from the northern city of Pavia.
Oh, now I know it.
Had grown weary of having to maintain her sons 40 and 42 years of age, and on several occasions tried to convince them to go and find a better living arrangement. Especially, how's this, as both had a job. But neither of them wanted to leave. They said,
Scabs.
Mum, we love being at home.
Scab.
They didn't help with anything around the house at all. So she took them to court and she's won.
She kicked them out?
Yep, she's evicted her two
Oh, my
sons,
God.
40 and 42, from her house. In Italy, they're known as bamboccionis.
Oh, bamboccionis.
Which is big babies.
Big babies. But you know what? I mean, if you think to yourself now with kids, and they're younger, of course, but you think, I will never ask them to leave the house. You want them to go out and explore, and you want them to do that. But as a parent, you always want them around. But I tell you what, if they've got a job and they're in their 40s and they're not helping out with anything,
Well, they said-
then you've brought up slobs. It's your own fault.
The mother said that her sons did not contribute to the household expenses or chores. So that's the reason why she took them to court. Wouldn't that be just a glorious day, just as the police are taking your two sons away? See you later, fellas.
Guys.
Jake's giving us from Canton Beach. Good morning, Jake.
Good morning, fellas.
Is this happening to you at the moment with your parents, Jake?
They're not trying to evict me as such, but I've been living at home now for a few years, but with the cost of living, I don't see why people wouldn't be.
It's tough.
Jake, I get it. How old are you, mate?
I'm 28.
Okay, 28. And are you getting some subtle hints that your parents are trying to boot you out?
Every now and then, you get the little, you could be at your own house or stuff like that, but at the end of the day, I'm quite happy where I am. I don't need a move.
I get it, Jake. Like, I loved living with Mum and Dad. It
Jake,
was awesome.
do you pay board?
Yeah, I pay rent, so I pay 1 week of the rent and then they pay the other. So
That's good. You're helping out massively. What about with food, Jake? You help Mum with food?
yeah, I pay food, electricity, anything that they need help with, they ask and I just pay it.
Jake, are you in a relationship? Are you able to have anybody come and stay over?
Yes, whenever I want, but I genuinely don't, and just out of the respect for my parents.
Right, so you've never had that awkward... Sally's going to be joining us for breakfast this morning.
Definitely not.
No.
Have you ever had someone wake up in the house the next morning, Jake, and you've had to introduce them to the parents, or no?
I have indeed. Normally I get rid of them for the night, but it turns out they definitely,
normally you get rid of them.
One slip in.
Yeah.
That is a tough one with the pet. Like, I mean, Jake, I know you love your mum and dad, but what's your game plan over the next few years? What do you want to do, Jake?
Well, I have a full-time job, so I'm ready to move out. I just don't want to leave them if, it's because I'm currently helping them as well.
Yep.
So it's kind of like I'm stuck where I am at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, by your 40th, hopefully, Jake. Have a think about it, mate.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 45. I know.
Yeah,
that's the
45.
bottom line.
Don't rush it, mate. Don't rush
Get
it.
out of there, you bamboccioni, you big baby. Get out of there. If you've been waiting to skip school holiday crowds for your next trip, now's your chance.
Take a sneaky weekender with whatif.com.
Just imagine all those empty beaches.
Book accommodation and more on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Have I got a story for you?
I don't know.
And I do love these. I mean, all get involved.
Yep, all right.
That's what we're doing. I want to know about if anything's fallen out of the sky and hit you.
Henny penny.
Obviously not, fatally.
Bird poo. You don't want bird poo or anything
I don't
like
want
that, do you?
bird
No,
poo,
no.
but this story, when I read it overnight, reminded me of those mad stories you see in the news sometimes, which are, and I don't know, it's some kind of like weather phenomenon where frogs or fish get sucked up into the weather cloud somehow,
the pattern, yep.
and then all of a sudden they fall out of the sky.
Sharks. There's a movie on that.
Sharks
That's
fall
not
out of
real.
the sky.
Sharknado.
Oh, isn't
no, that's
it?
not real.
Oh,
No,
damn.
sorry, mate.
The
I'm
whole
jumping in
time.
there.
I thought it was amazing.
Happens with birds sometimes.
Yeah, there was something out, I think Western Australia or something,
dead
where
birds.
all of the I don't know if they're the cockatoos or something, or galahs, they just start falling out of the sky.
Can we also throw out like meteors, or is there stuff from planes? You hear about something.
Where someone finds the wheel of a plane in their backyard. I think we did this story on Drive once upon a time. This bloke couldn't believe his luck. He was having a barbecue somewhere in the US, and I'm guessing someone's tried to flush something down the toilet of a plane, or I don't know how all of this works. An illegal substance that came in a block, coloured green, and it fell into someone's backyard.
What?
It was cannabis, guys.
Oh, he opened it up, and the next thing you know, he got the whole neighbourhood round.
Yeah.
13 24 10. What fell out of the sky? I'd love to hear a story if you've got one.
They don't really empty aeroplane toilets in the sky, do they?
No.
Well, well, where do they put it?
I have heard
They
it goes
can't
into a
carry-
tank.
Well, it would have to be emptied when the plane lands, wouldn't it?
Well,
Because
yeah, it's
you've
What
gotta
got
be
about the
pumped
weight?
down.
What about the weight of how many people does a big A380?
Oh, you got 500 in there?
Okay, and if everyone goes to the toilet, how many times on an international?
I'm having my breakfast, Kate.
Maybe 2-3 times. That's 1,500
They would
Oh,
times.
allow for that,
no,
though.
you
The
could.
weight
And
of
not
it.
Oh, my God. I mean, I know you get funny tummy, and that would be an extremely... You know
No,
what?
I don't. I don't get funny tummy. I did have food poisoning on an international flight once.
Oh, my God.
Fish pie.
Oh.
Anyone?
Do you know what? Can I just say we're probably being a bit silly because everything on board stays on board. So the weight of the plane when you're on board, whether it's inside your stomach or outside your stomach or it's in the oven and then outside your stomach, it's all still on board.
Yeah, that's fair call.
Oh.
That is a fair
And
call.
gas doesn't weigh anything, does it?
Well, gas would weigh something. I mean, I will do science chat after 9 o'clock.
Okay. I haven't even got to the exciting story about the Rottweiler falling out of the sky.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
why
now.
we're even talking about
What
this.
happened?
Who threw it?
Thankfully, this 27-year-old pregnant woman, I mean, that's scary enough. She's okay. So we can have a laugh about this. Her name, I'm going to call her Lucy. She was in Rome. She's just walking willy-nilly down the street and a Rottweiler falls out of the sky
come
and
on.
hits her. I'm not even joking.
What, did it fall out of a second
on.
story or something?
So
or what?
did it knock her
Don't
to
ruin the story yet.
So-
Okay, so it fell off a balcony. But this was perfect clickbait for me looking for content last
Imagine
night.
the fright you'd get.
And imagine how heavy a Rottie is.
You imagine
So like
this.
35 to 45 kilos.
It lands on you, you knock to the ground, you get knocked out, you're pregnant, and then you just see a Rottweiler there and you think, oh my God, I've given birth to a Rottweiler.
Emmy from Balgal has given us a call. Emmy, what fell out of the sky?
Yeah, so when I was a kid, we used to live in the Northern Territory on a big cattle station.
Em, can you just take a step to the left? You sound a bit muffled at the moment.
Sorry, I'm just calling on my phone.
Yeah, no.
via the phone.
No, can you put us on speaker? Emmy, you just,
I did get the bit. I got the
can't.
bit about the cattle station. You've got me hooked.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. So is that better?
That's better.
Go, Emmy, go.
Okay. So we lived on a cattle station and fish fell from the sky during a storm.
What kind of fish? Just one fish?
No, lots of fish.
Right, okay.
Oh, my God.
Why?
So they got brought up by a storm and, we got rained on by fish.
So that's just bait fish, yeah? Like pilchards or white bait?
Yeah, it's just, little freshwater fish that got obviously in the local rivers and... we got rained on by fish.
I love it. And what do you do with it? Do you run out and collect the fish, or do you just let them go back into the earth?
Look, I was very young. I do remember it though. It's just such an unusual thing to happen.
That's amazing.
Kate was saying before, it can happen with birds, I think you mentioned in Western Australia. Imagine if you were there and just hanging outside and you've got cockatoos falling from the sky, and the next thing you know, you've been hitting the head with a cockatoo.
With a cockatoo.
Birds don't fall out of the sky, mate. I learnt that when I was a teenager. I was looking for them. You got to go chasing them yourself,
there's
mate.
Plenty more fish in the sea, you might say.
Oh, guys.
You know what I mean? Bang,
Is that the
cockatoo
out?
got me.
Is that the out?
Bang,
Tom?
another
It's so
cockatoo.
ostentatious over there, guys.
there he is.
Cockatoo.
Yeah,
Oh,
come on,
that's
go.
a
I
fish.
heard what you said.
I wouldn't. I think I might Mount Isa.
Oh, no. Thumbs down.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
It's Friday, which is the day after Thursday, which is one of my favourite days of the week because Thursday night is RBT.
Well done,
and
buddy. I tuned in for a little bit last night.
it's
The guy who was like...
yeah, I'm going to talk about Aiden in a second. You're
Is it
talking about
was
Aiden?
it?
Yeah.
I want the guy who rang home, and I assume he'd put together some code. Let me know if I'm stealing your thunder here. About, can you just grab me dog's ashes? Or was it grandma's ashes? Grab me dog's ashes.
That was code,
That was
wasn't
code
it?
for clear the house out. I've been arrested.
Well, I'm just trying to think what kind of powder would be like ashes.
I can't think of anything. I can't think of it. Get the ashes and get out.
Over the years, our favourite was the guy just sitting in the car who'd had a few too many, and he obviously thought that, I was just waiting for someone in the car.
What's going on?
I'm just waiting for a mate.
Is that why your car's all smashed up and you're up on the grass at the moment, or what?
Yeah. I'm just waiting for a mate. He's gone in there.
Awesome. What's his name?
So anyway, last night Aiden steps up, and there is an element of there's people that get as soon as the cameras come out. I must admit they are very natural, and they love it. They know I'm in a bit of trouble here, but you know what? This is my opportunity, my 15 seconds of fame. Why don't I go for it? So Aiden's having the breath test now. We're about to find out the results of the breath test, but Aiden's in a lot more trouble before we even get the results of the breath test because Aiden doesn't have a licence. But then have a listen to when they go for another test at the end of this. Have a listen to Aiden's reaction as well.
Aiden, isn't it? Yeah. Do you have a licence?
No.
No. Have you ever had a licence?
No.
No. And the car you're driving, is it registered?
No.
No. That's why you weren't stopping, because they're unregistered and unlicensed?
Correct.
Yeah.
That's all good. We're going to do a drug test as well.
Can we hear his reaction again?
We're going to do a drug test as well.
He's just giving them a heads up. The machine might explode.
Good news for everyone, though.
What?
Aiden did do a drug test and he came back negative.
Did he?
So he had no alcohol in his system, no drugs in his system. The thing is, he's never had his licence and he's driving around a car that is unregistered.
How was the bloke with no shirt on in the car? Did you see that? He had one of those cars that had been down to the panel beater, and he's obviously just said, just throw whatever you've got onto it. So it was a red car with a white bonnet. He had no shirt off. His face was so red.
The cops can't understand Aiden. Aiden, you know what? If you don't have your licence, why would you be driving around in an unlicensed car?
What's your reason for unlicensed driving?
Just trying to get from A to B.
It's not a bad answer.
That's right. I mean, a bike could do the same, Aiden, if you don't have a licence.
The other thing as well, when you do see the cops are after you, Aiden, you pull over straight away. He tried to get rid of the cops, and this was his reaction to that as well.
You were evading us intercepting you.
Oh, I wouldn't call it evading.
You were driving faster so that the police wouldn't intercept you.
You got it.
Damn. I don't know how they got me.
You got it.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Kelly in Parramatta, what did you want to talk about this morning, Kel?
My girlfriend was at the AHA Awards the other night that you guys spoke at, and Fitz, she could not believe it when I told her that you had a panic attack afterwards or during. She said you absolutely slayed. You were such a good host, and she was absolutely shocked at how well you masked it if you were feeling that way.
Well slayed.
Thank you very much, Kelly, for that feedback. I was freaking out. Actually, the guy that I spoke to beforehand, Tim Fishwick, as well, he emailed me as well, and he said, mate, I just saw your bit that you did on radio. He goes, when I was chatting to you seemed fine. But there was a moment there I was like a rabbit in a headlight. I was looking at him. He was talking to me, but I couldn't compute what he was saying.
No, you're in the moment. If you missed it, Fitzy, backstage just before we went out to host an event, said, I think I'm having a panic attack. And it was good that you spoke about it, because a lot of people, and it is like a number one fear to get up and speak in front of people.
I tell you
it
what.
makes sense that you hit the panic button every now and then.
I wore out that one piece of carpet, though, didn't I?
did,
I was
yeah.
just going back and forth.
Randwick's never seen anything like it.
Kelly, thank you so much for your feedback. Can you please pass that on to your friend? Thank you.
Will do. Keep it up, Fitz.
Thank you. Oh, that's
good on you, Kel.
Great way to start the day, Tom.
Hey?
I feel like we should finish it like that. Have a great weekend.
No. We go to 9 o'clock, but I feel like there's a group hug in it.
That'll make me panic.
Oh, thanks, Kel. Maddie in Windsor, welcome to the show. What did you want to talk about, Maddie?
Whip, I'm so excited about your spicy book. I love a good spicy novel.
Yep.
I hate when I'm halfway through a sexy book and I still haven't got to the spicy bit, whereas I've heard that yours gets spicy from page 2. And I'm very excited about this, and I need to know when it's being released, and can I please have the first copy?
Oh, my God, Maddie, there's a lot in what you just said.
I know.
Maybe it should be called The Spicy Book and not The Far Too Personal Trainer.
How deep do we go? Like, I mean, are you talking about details on the body? Are you look, I know this is I know, Tommy, you're not going to be happy with this, but do you talk about
Listen up, Maddie. Listen up.
I'm in.
Do you talk about like I don't know how to say this.
Bosoms?
Penetration and stuff like that?
I'm sorry, the censor has come in.
Do you go to that extent?
Maddie, have you read 50 Shades of Grey?
Yes.
Right, so you would know the level of intimacy and detail where they describe all parts of that side of a relationship, the more personal side of a relationship, yeah?
Yes, that's right.
Well,
And that's the best bit of them.
50 Shades of Grey is a sleepy novel compared to what my book has got in it. Maddie, 50 Shades of Grey would make you fall asleep compared to what I've written in The Far Too Personal Trainer. But it's also a story about growth about this young guy, about why he does this and why he behaves like this, and why he's attracted, Maddie, to married women.
I'm not here for the plot line. I really am in it for the spice.
Are we having another reading today, Tommy? Or no, it's Monday, I think it is, isn't it?
I think it's Monday. Yeah. Kate's gearing up for another...
Okay. All right, hold tight, Maddie. Put Maddie down, Tommy, as the first... the owner of the first copy.
Sounds like she wants a copy.
Sounds like we might need to go to print, Tom.
Dear.
Just one.
Christian in Camden. What do you want to talk about, Christian?
Mate, Nick Cage chat.
Oh, yeah.
MGG will probably back me up on this one. Nicolas Cage is the Nickelback of Hollywood.
Isn't he?
He's released some good stuff out there, but nobody wants to admit they actually like it.
No one has said it better. He is the
Creed.
Nickelback of
What other bands would you put in there? Matchbox 20?
No,
Well, they go all right.
Yeah.
They weren't as cheesy as Nicolas Cage.
Oh, come on.
What blows me away, Christian, is Nicolas Cage is, I feel, caught between characters he's played and then real life. And I think he doesn't know where the crossover is. So in real life, quite often...
Always in character.
Always in character. But Johnny Depp as well.
Yeah.
Like, he kind of...
No, but Johnny Depp's done some amazing movies.
Yeah, but he morphed into Jack Sparrow.
Yeah,
like,
he
that's
did.
a character. And then
He did.
all of a sudden you're still dressed as a pirate at home.
Do you know what? Do you know who Jack Sparrow was based on, though?
Who?
Keith Richards from Rolling Stones.
What, the look?
No, the look
image.
and the way that he spoke.
Yeah, right.
Was Keith Richards.
More of a modern-day pirate. The musical
Question for you, 50.
Yeah,
Quick question for you, mate.
Yeah.
If you were to try to get Nicolas Cage on the show, we have enticed him with a Chinese meal, what would it be? What would get him over here to get him?
Be a succulent Chinese meal, I know that much.
Well, a meal. Or are you talking a meal or how to get him onto the show? Nicolas Cage?
No, like he's been to the Chinese personal Chinese over in
Yes.
WA,
Yep.
you need to come up with a dish. Like, what dish would you get him to get him over the line to get him on the show?
Beef and black bean.
I don't think it'd be a dish. You would need something that's quite rare and antique. Like he buys dinosaur skulls, doesn't he?
I know what we could do. We could tell him we have a treat
in a dinosaur skull.
Yeah, what we could do, Christian, too. I have got a piece. I've got a piece of coal from the Titanic. Now, that is a collector's item. We might be able to entice Nicolas Cage with the promise of some Titanic coal.
Yeah.
Why do you have that?
I bought it, Christian. I just got carried away.
But why?
We don't know either, Christian.
More dollars than cents, mate.
Hopefully get Nicolas Cage one day with it.
This is the question that we've been asking for a while. You know what? To kick off the show with a compliment today, Kelly in Parramatta, you and 9 mates are going to the Finer Drop Festival. Plus, Kelly, I'm going to give you $100. First drinks are on us and a gift card. Yes.
No way, thank you so much. I didn't expect that at all.
No, you're going to love that. Fashion meets taste at Sydney's newest festival, the Finer Drop. Book at thefinerdrop.com. Drink responsibly.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Riddle time returns for your Freitag morning.
Come on, Fitz.
That's the only place we're going to find
I'm so excited.
I know you were. You even did the...
Yeah, I do, because we do a bit of that at home now when we tell riddles.
The turkey?
My daughter, my 9-year-old, is mad for a riddle, and we do the riddle.
Jess, I nearly emailed you last night to say, could you send me the riddle list, because we're at the Christmas table. We're at the dinner table last night going around doing riddles. It's my favourite pastime.
Jess doesn't have time
Is it wrong to say I've emailed the whole riddle list out to 3 people that don't work on the show because they've been looking for car-based riddles? So the riddles have gone, international now.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it would be good to put it into a book, Jess, for like the ultimate car ride play along.
Yeah.
Put it in the glove box.
Put it in the glove box. Glove box riddles.
You could be the character, the Riddler.
No,
Never
I don't
been
need
done.
to.
Be the Joker. No, he'd be the Penguin.
And every riddle you have has been taken from another riddle book. So just
No, that is not true. And Jess has written some. What about last week?
The Riddle Factory doesn't take too kindly to those comments.
No, they don't.
We're tapping every morning writing riddles.
Here we go.
God, write that if you want to make a complaint. Here we go, guys. The first one is very easy. When I'm used, I'm useless. When I'm offered, I'm usually rejected. What am I?
Thoughts.
Fitzy has a truckload of these.
Opinions.
No. Careful guessing. Careful guessing.
That was a good guess.
Keep that one to yourself.
No, apologies.
When I'm used, I'm useless. Can't use it again. When I'm offered, I'm usually rejected. What am I?
Lips, kisses.
No. No.
I was thinking chapstick. It's the only Fitz thing that he uses a lot of.
No.
Go ahead with your guess,
No,
Kate.
you don't have to go ahead.
No, you don't have to do it, because you know
incorrect.
that's not the offer. You know that's not the answer.
I shouldn't
As if
say
that would be the answer.
Well, you never know on this show. It could be the answer. When I'm used, I'm useless.
Is it like a light globe or something?
No, it's more of where Tom was playing at the start, like opinion.
Thought.
Memories.
Suggestions.
When I'm used, I'm useless. When I'm offered, I'm usually rejected.
I'm offered, I'm rejected.
Like an excuse or something?
Excuses, yes!
That was easy.
Yeah, that was
easy,
difficulty level
Really?
9.
Okay.
I'm used.
Well, then this one is a 7.
It's useless, yeah.
Okay, I'm rarely touched but often held. And if you are smart, you'll use me well. What am I? You might say it's happening right now.
Attention.
No.
Ooh.
You held attention. You can't touch attention. Okay, it's wrong.
I'm rarely... Don't try and sell it in if you've got the wrong buzzer. I'm rarely touched but often held. And if you are smart, you'll use me well. What am I?
Notes.
No.
Spotlight.
No.
That's a pretty good guess, though.
Ideas.
No. Are you with us, mate?
I'm looking at the time.
Oh my God.
8:46.
Have you had a guess at all?
14.
No, he normally has a stroke around this time of the morning on a Friday.
Paula on Facebook says napkin.
No.
Tongues.
Tongue is correct,
tongue,
Kate. Unless you've got two of them. Tongues, yes. I'm really touched but often held, and if you're smart, you'll use me well.
Yeah, you can hold your tongue and use your tongue well, guys.
Now I get it.
Nice.
Really nice. It's a good one.
Why can a man not legally marry his widow's sister in the state of New South Wales?
Why can a man...
Why can a man not legally marry his widow's sister in the state of New South Wales? Might be different in Victoria. I'm not sure.
Is this a riddle? Did you write this one, Jeff?
Because it's illegal.
That's marrying yourself? No.
Is it a riddle, or is this just one of those quirky laws that is...
Not a quirky... This is not quirky law segment, MDG.
Okay.
This is the riddle.
Okay.
Why can a man not legally marry his widow's sister in the state of New...
Because he's dead?
Spot on, Thomas Breyer.
Oh, because the widow is the one...
He's not going to do any marrying if he is a dead man. Mandy and Mascot, hello.
Good morning, how are you?
Pretty good, Mandy.
Great, Mandy.
Right, I always come in second, but I always finish sooner than anyone else. What am I?
Be very
careful. Do you want to write that one down as well, Kate?
Careful,
Kate, it's not that.
careful.
I'll let you know now it's not that.
I thought
It's
you
not
meant
that,
then.
Kate.
Could we have it one more time in our ears?
Yep, thank you. I always come in second, but I always finish sooner than anyone else. What am I?
It's not Fitzy.
Always in second place.
An echo?
No.
Finish sooner than anyone else. I can't.
Is it a
shadow?
Drink?
No, no.
Heartbeat?
It's like tomorrow or something.
something.
It's like a day.
It's like a day or a month.
Keep going.
Day.
Month.
Monday.
Date. Tomorrow.
Yesterday.
No.
Today.
No.
Oh, Christmas.
2.
Present?
Is it a
Hang
month?
on.
Is it a month?
I always come
A
in
fortnight?
second. The next hour. The top of hour.
No. Oh, it's a month.
It's a
February.
month.
Oh, it comes sooner than anyone else.
No.
Mandy.
I think I practically got that one.
You're a superstar, Mandy. Have a great weekend.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie's Star from the Memoir. Britney Spears, Mariah Carey, Sam Neill. Discover these and more of Audible's incredible range of celebrity memoirs at audible.com.au/Nova.
There's some amazing celebrity memoirs on Audible, and that's your first clue. They need to have their own memoir. This is the big one.
Yeah.
2 nights accommodation, return flights for you and a mate. Maldives. We're saying Maldives. You're saying Maldives.
I say Maldives.
I say
That's how they
Maldivia.
told me to say it when I was there.
Oh, you've been there?
I went there as part of my honeymoon
Wow.
extravaganza.
Congratulations.
It's so good.
Oh, so nice.
You need to register on the Nova Player app like Siobhan has. Good morning, Siobhan.
Good morning, guys.
Siobhan, this is exciting. A holiday could be yours. How good would that be on a Friday?
It would be the best. I'm very nervous.
All right.
I've got some clues for you, Siobhan. I'm going to start with number 1. That's where we always start. And you tell me who the celebrity memoir is by. We love this person.
I'll try.
Clue number 1. I've performed on stage with my favourite rock band in 2012. Oh, that's tough.
That's tough.
My favourite rock band in 2012.
Yes,
that's a tough one.
He did.
I mean, you've just got to have a crack. Is there any sort of memoirs that come to mind?
I've been talking about this person.
Siobhan.
Matthew McConaughey. I'll just start off.
Yes, you're going to the Maldives! Oh, Siobhan, I'm so glad you won that. Thank you for having a go.
Thank you.
And it's Matthew McConaughey with Green Lights. It's brilliant.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
All right.
Oh my gosh, did you just have a stab in the dark there, Siobhan? And that's won your Maldives trip?
I was looking at the Audible books and I like him so much and I just thought I'd give it a go.
Oh, that is amazing. What a get.
It was The Cult, his favourite band in the world. He got up on stage and performed with them in 2012.
There you go. Oh my God, I'm stunned.
Siobhan, that's awesome. Well done.
Well done.
Thank you.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Hey, I had no idea about this, guys, because I'm quite a placid individual. I'm not one for really yelling or anything like that. Do I really yell? Have you
yelled
honestly...
about 10 minutes ago about your headphones.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Working.
I mean, I wouldn't. Jess is laughing because she copped the brunt of it. But sorry, Tommy. When things repeatedly become an issue, then maybe I'll raise my voice slightly. Yeah. But I'm certainly not one to turn around and go, "What do you think you're doing?"
What were your exact words before? I'll do it myself. Tell the text, I'll do it myself.
I didn't yell. I just said, tell the text.
No,
I'll
yelled.
do it myself.
You definitely yelled.
Did I tell?
Yeah.
I'll yell. I'll tell you what.
Here it goes again. Or two team members left.
Masquerading as a producer. It says here that getting angry can boost your performance and productivity. How's this? So being the quiet one that just wanders around going, "Oh, that makes me angry. I can't believe this." That is not the way forward. What they did is the American Psychological Association, a popular group that I'm part of, surveyed over 1,000 people who were triggered into experiencing a specific emotion. They were then given tasks like word puzzles and video games, and the ones that went into fits of rage when they couldn't do it
were more successful,
resulted in the best performances.
Oh, give me a break.
Including shorter response times and higher scores.
The person that yells the most in Monopoly is never the winner.
No, it's the banker hiding the money, and they're cheating already. Yeah. But when you sit on an aeroplane quietly and you'll have your little pillow there that you'll dribble into within half an hour, and you're doing your Sudoku, I've heard you yell halfway through a Sudoku, "Oh, I got the numbers!" And then the next thing you know, he's finished it. And I know why.
Hey, do you know,
now I know why there's a national security issue on the plane.
Raising your voice, though, how much do you get attention of? First of all, the dog. The dog it's unbelievable if you go, "Oi, sit down." Just as Beastie's approaching a road and he's about to walk over a road, if I go, "Oi!" he just instantly will stop, turn around, and then sit down and wait for me.
Works for dogs.
And it's the same with kids.
Yeah, but I always wonder, I've been doing this lately, because Jack, who is like a dog, is like a Jack Russell. He just doesn't stop marking time. He doesn't stop moving, and he doesn't listen. Love you, buddy. He, when I yell, it just makes it worse.
Does it?
I yell, he yells. Everybody yells.
No, see, I can...
Got neighbours across the street.
I reckon it's so... I don't yell too much at my boys, but when you raise your voice... Like it was the other night, Lenny spat the dummy and went up to his room and slammed the door. Oh. And I think he knew as soon as he did it, because you know what you do? You over-exaggerate yourself walking up the stairs, so you slam up the stairs, and then I opened the door and I could tell that he was like, you could tell he was just... He was fearful. And I've just walked in and I knew straight away. I didn't even have to say anything. And I said, "Buddy, do not slam the door again."
Oh, Jack will go into the room, slam the door, and then kick the back of the door. And it feels like he's about to put his foot through the door. Yeah. I mean, I hope he feels better from that. I'm encouraging him to
raising
raise
your voice. It's good with Tom. It works with Tom, doesn't it, Tom? Do you feel a bit threatened sometimes?
Yeah, always. Yeah, particularly about your headphones whip and other important issues like that.
When your neighbours, the fellas next door are having a party and you're yelling out, "Why aren't I invited? Why won't you let me in?"
Do you know what? We should have a room in Nova. There should be an office room in Nova where you can go in there and you can just scream.
Oh, it's Matt DeGroot's news booth. So we go in there. You just don't want to turn the mic on and scream.
I think it's in the same room as the negotiating room.
Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.